My boyfriend's cancer battle was ruining my mental health, so I left him. Now I'm running a marathon in his honor. It's all about her now, isn't it? Like she's not running the marathon for him. She's running the marathon probably because she maybe feels a little bit of guilt, but really she's probably just trying to grift off of his name again. A woman's running the London Marathon for her ex-boyfriend has admitted she left him because she couldn't cope with his cancer battle. Now, imagine if this was reversed, though. Like, man, if the guy left a woman who was like fighting cancer, oh, he would be roasted, man. But yeah, but it wasn't enough for her to leave. Now she also has to make this about herself too. Like, look, I'm such a good person. I'm running this marathon to raise awareness for my cancer-stricken ex-boyfriend. I am so nice. I'm such a good person. So Danielle Epstein, 32, was buying a house with Jell Friesen in London last year when he was diagnosed with a rare form of brain tumor at just 37. He needed a complex operation, radiotherapy, and chemotherapy, and had to learn to walk again. While all this was going on, the physics teacher Danielle began having panic attacks and her mental health plummeted, so she ended their relationship. I didn't sign up to this relationship to take care of you. You're supposed to be taking care of me. So bye. She moved to Thailand, but remained friends with Jell, who is now running the marathon for a brain tumor charity. Again, way to make this about her. Yeah, that's so funny too. Like, I wonder why he even maintained contact with her after this. Maybe he went full simp. Like, oh, I understand. It was a rough time for you as I was literally fighting for my life. Yeah, you must have been suffering so much. So she said that she was still figuring out her relationship with him, adding, I feel like the most awful person leaving somebody because they have cancer. You should. Yeah, that's the correct feeling right there. But it was damaging my mental health and it wasn't helping him. How helpful must it have been for him to have someone there by his side? But nah, I mean, I'm sure you didn't hurt him at all when you pretty much just told him, like, I can't deal with you dying, so bye. I'm not going to be here for you when you need me the most. I mean, at least every guy knows that they should never put a ring on it, because you know that part of that vow in sickness and in health. Well, we got evidence right now that she's not up for that. So the couple were buying a house in Palmer's Green, North London, when Jell, who works as a Google software engineer, began vomiting and having dizzy spells. Dude, man, don't eat the clam chowder. Like that, the same thing happened to me. So after numerous consultations with GPs and effective treatments for an ear infection, or ineffective treatments for an ear infection, the vomiting became worse. So Joe went to for a private MRI scan using his health insurance with Google. So doctors found a grade 4 medulloblastoma tumor, normally a cancer that affects children, and he was booked for surgery in September. Danielle said they were going on a certain path, to a certain future. Within one day, we knew it wasn't going to work out like that anymore. Oh, you mean like literally life happens and nothing ever goes according to plan? Oh, wow. How sad. How are you going to survive that? Like, man, what kind of a life has she lived where something not going to plan just destroys everything? So I was so worried and devastated I couldn't sleep or eat. Now, obviously, she wasn't worried about him. She was worried about her own life. And this isn't what I planned for my life. I didn't want this. It's all about her, man. It is all about her. Always has been, huh? I was having panic attacks and was on so much medication to sort myself out, I just couldn't function. Admitting to being unstable as well. That's good. So realizing they had to split up, she moved to Thailand with her father, but she stayed friends with him and kept up to date on his recovery. Following his operation, Joe had nerve damage that paralyzed the right side of his face, leading to a squint that causes double vision. So he also can't fully close his eye and must use eye drops and ointments. So explaining her decision to run the London Marathon in his name for brain tumor research, she said, I felt so helpless watching all this unfold. So I knew I had to do something. Oh, right, right. So now that it doesn't really matter anymore, now it's I know I'm not useful anymore here, but I gotta make myself feel better. I got to do something. My boyfriend literally dying, Whammon's most affected. That is this story, isn't it? I'm not a runner, but Joe's done marathons before, so I thought I could. It would be a challenge for me and a nice tribute to him. It felt like something to aim towards. I won't be fast, but I'm determined to get round. So training has been tough physically and mentally. Just keeping going, and when you're bored, so bored is challenging. I mean, I see how you stick by your relationships. So, how much you want to bet she's going to bail out of the marathon too? Like, this is too much of a pain in the ass. But I have the best motivation. If he can go through all this, then I can run a marathon. Man, if only you could have stuck by him when he went through all that. That would have been so much more useful. So she added that money is needed to help brain cancer research. I mean, that's true at least. Now you got to see how the money's being spent too. You got to make sure it's actually being spent well and not just wasted on bloat. But that's a different topic for a different day. So she said Airstrip One is not developing nation. We have we should be scientifically innovative, but treatments haven't changed in decades, and we seem to be behind other countries in the advances they have made. That's true in a lot of ways. A lot of times the government is holding things back too. That we desperately need more research and trials to develop better treatments. So Joe, who supports his ex-girlfriend's attempts to help, says, "I will be there on the day to cheer Danielle on. I think it's incredible what she's doing." Oh my God, but he's a Google employee, so and has brain damage. I guess it all makes sense. So when she said she was going to do a marathon, I must admit I had my doubts. I think she only did 5K when we were together, and that's with a lot of complaining. Well, she's going to be complaining here too, just not when the camera's on her. Guaranteed. So I've got so much respect for her discipline and perseverance. None of which was present when I needed her the most, though. Yeah, I mean, there was none of that when I could have used it, but now apparently she found it. So, good on her. Danielle said, I still love Joe deeply and want to support him, but I came to realize I couldn't stay with him as his partner. He's friend zoned. She friend zoned the guy that was fighting for his life, with the brain tumor. So our whole lives came out from under us. So Carol Robinson, National Events Manager for the Brain Tumor Research, said, "We're so sorry to hear about Joe's diagnosis. While his tumor type is rare, brain cancer is not, and with 1 in 3 people knowing someone affected." So we're very grateful to Danielle for taking this huge challenge to help us raise the funds for our cause. Yeah, see, I don't blame the brain cancer charity for coming out and saying this. Like they could just use more money. So they're not gonna insult someone trying to give them money. They actually care about the lives of their patients. Unlike places like St. Jude's. So our marathon runners are supported every step of the way. We look forward to cheering her across the finish line. Good luck, I guess. Even now, she's still making it about her. Like this isn't about the brain cancer research. It's about her trying to get her name out as a good person. Although it's already kind of backfiring. Like even women in the comments I saw earlier, they're like, I don't know, man. What does she want? A pat on the back? Like, no, not for what you did. But again, at least now every guy knows not to wife her up, because as soon as you get sick, or God forbid, what if you don't even get sick? What if you just lose your high-paying job?